Hey, real no in the hood, role model was the Crips. Everybody selling dope, game banging misfits. Saw my brother slaying war, copping whips. Katie getting to the money, man. Hood and hood rich. Couldn't come up in my hood, you ain't rock the blue dickies. But ain't throwing up the seeds like they rolling with the sixes. Real neighborhood, this shit. Ain't the Crip and been up in me. Saws and get clapped, body smoking like a chimney. I was raised across the tracks like they getting orange hats.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. And listen, I got my homie Big D checking in. He tore up the stage last night at OG Bigger Rankin's birthday bash, the 60th birthday bash. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, bro?
What's up with you? I'm glad to be here.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you here. Give me some love. First and foremost, boom, we got to transfer that positive energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like praying over the situation.
Most definitely.
Give us that official introduction.
Man, it's your boy Big D RTH, abbreviation for Rocktown Hustler, owner, CEO of the brand Rocktown Hustler, Little Rock, Arkansas, 501. I'm an artist right now, but I am a label, and hopefully, you know, in the near future, I could have a big umbrella of artists with me leading the head in the pack of it. So,
man,
we working out here.
That's dope, bro. You originally from Little Rock?
Yep, born and raised.
So take us back to when you was a jit. What was it like growing up out there?
Growing up in Little Rock, it's kind of crazy, man. I tell people all the time, if you're not from Little Rock, you'll never understand it.
Right, I've never been there, so that's why I need you to break it down.
Yeah, like, you know, I mean, when I was coming up, in the era I was coming up, it was a lot of gang banging. Crack epidemic was, you know, it was going hard. But in my neighborhood, per se, it was like working class yet still poor. You know what I mean? So
right.
You couldn't walk down the street in my neighborhood and serve a fiend, but we definitely had gangbang activity going on in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all bad, man. I love my childhood. Like, I love my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Love where I come from. I wouldn't change anything for the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody out there shows me love, and when I go out there, you know what I'm saying, it be all love and all smiles. They proud of what I'm doing. A lot of them support the movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the homies and shit like them.
Do you good? Keep going.
All the homies and stuff like that, they support what I got going on. So
no, yeah. That's dope. So would you say that, you know, growing up where you did molded you into the man you are today?
Most definitely. Going through hard times and the struggle prepared me for real life.
Yeah.
So I can't really take anything back that I would have really done differently, because everything that I had to go through, God put me through it to, you know, put me in position where I'm in right now. Absolutely.
And I'm a big believer. I'm a very positive person. There's a lot of negativity in this world, but I'm like that ray of sunshine to people, because I like to bring the positive out in people. You know, life is too short to be out here walking around all negative and sad and depressed. And I understand people got mental issues and stuff like that, but I'm a firm believer in everything that we go through, there's a positive in it. I don't care what it is. Even if you lose somebody, you have to figure out what was the positive. That person came in your life for a reason, and now they got called home. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, no matter what you go through in life, you got to always find the positive in it. As crazy as it may sound.
I definitely love the energy that you gave off last night. Like, telling everybody to fall up to the front, to support the independent artists. Like, you don't see that a lot of times, like, especially in my city. Like, we have, like, independent events, and, like, if you don't come with a crowd of people, or somebody might not like your music or whatever, I mean, you might get clowned.
Man, that's crazy, though. Like, stuff like that really irks my soul, because just because somebody may not like what you got going on, there's 50 other people that love what you got going on. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like, I'm the type of person that I go to bat for people. Like, I don't like that hate stuff, and I don't like when people throw shade. I'm not saying I'm happy-go-lucky all the time, but, like, I'll go to bat for these independent artists, because I understand how hard you guys work and how much time and money and everything that you put into this business. It's not easy.
No, the grind is definitely real.
You know, and I've been working with the OG Bigger Rankin for 12 years now, and he's become one of my best friends, because he's really taught me most everything I know in this business. Him, along with, shout out to Kingpin Rap Juggernaut, you know, that's another one of my mentors in this business. You know, I learned a lot from them, and Big is that same way too. He loves these independent artists. He go hard for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the level he's at, he's still out here doing showcases and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because without the artists, we wouldn't be where we at, and that's just big facts.
It is.
You know?
Shout out to him. Happy birthday, my guy.
I know that's right. Happy birthday, OG. I've hosted his birthday party every year for the last several years, and I put him together. But last year he had COVID, so we couldn't do it. So that's why last night meant so much to him. So thank you for being there and being a part of it. At what point, you know, coming up, did music really start, you know, becoming an interest for you? On a personal note, we all love music, but when did it personally interest you?
The more I reflect on my past, I'm like, man, I probably should have been doing music when I was a kid because I've always had like an ear for music. Like I used to call into the radio station, get free CDs. I would drive my mom crazy playing the speaker and the boombox loud. Even like I had the Tupac going. She was like, turn that rap music off. You know what I'm saying?
Long live Tupac.
Yeah, she didn't like it. So like, really, I was in college a couple years ago. I was doing like pre-dental, so I wanted to be like a doctor. And when COVID hit, I was like, just started assessing like my total life and how things was going.
Right.
And I just really wanted to tell my story, so I started rapping. My wife thought I was going crazy for a second, but I was like, hey, peep this out. Instead of writing a book, because nobody's gonna buy that, because they don't really know me, let me try the music thing so I can just really get my voice heard and tell my story. And she was like, you want to rap? I was like, well, yeah. And then eventually I want to sign artists.
Yeah.
Like, I want a record label. I've always had like the Master P mentality, the Dolph mentality. Like I want to own my own everything. I don't want to work for anybody. So I was like, if I'm going to do it, this is probably going to be the quickest way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really how I got a foot in the music. And when I first started, like my first song, I recorded with Cali. Shout out to Hustle Dream. My first song, my first session, my real session, it took 2 days, about 6 hours apiece. I recorded Stripper and a song called Jumped Off the Porch.
Okay.
Yeah, and that Stripper song is one I told you I don't like really, but
everybody else does.
Yeah, it's slapping.
It's always be like that.
And I was like, man, I don't even know if I can really do this. He was like, man, you can do it. I was like, well, I got this other homeboy. He can whoop. He's like, no, you can do it. I was
See?
like, all right, say less. I'm going to work on it.
That's what you got to do. You got to keep people around you that genuinely believe in you. And that's going to keep a G with you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be like, yes, I think you can do this. Or if they feel like what you're doing is crazy, they going Bigger checks me all the time. Like, no, don't do that. Take that post down. Don't say that. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's why I've become so mindful of how I really treat people and how I approach people and how I talk to people, because Bigger has instilled that in me. But you need those kind of people around you. But sometimes it might hurt our feelings a little bit. Yeah. But we need people that's going to keep it real with us like that.
Right. Thing about me, like, you'll be real hard pressed. You're going to have a hard time hurting my feelings.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing I didn't heard or nothing I haven't seen or been through or overcame that
Facts.
you can throw at me. You know what I'm saying? So really when somebody tell me I can't do something, I go harder. Like,
nah, for real. You got slick something to prove. Even though we ain't got to prove nothing to nobody, we got something to prove to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, that just gives us more motivation when someone like doubts us or think we can't do something. Man, you got to like go 10 times harder.
I show what I do. So
that's real.
Anybody that's surprised that I'm still rapping now after 2 years, it'd be 2 years in September. So anybody surprised that I'm still rapping by now, keep being surprised. 'Cause I'm going to keep going until we get to make something shake with this thing.
And you had a great performance last night, too. Let's talk about that just for a minute. You know, one thing I'm a big advocate of, because I've been doing artist showcases since I came into business for 12 years. There was a point in time where I was doing it every single week. So I've seen thousands of artists hit the stage and perform. I'm a big advocate of stage presence. Like, you're an entertainer. We're in the entertainment business. You got to entertain the crowd, and you did that. So let's talk about that. When you jump on that stage, what's going through your mind?
Proving dude wrong with the camera back there. He like, oh, man, you look like you be still. I'm like, all right, watch tonight.
I know that's right.
Even though I had just came off the road, we hadn't even touched the hotel. I was like, man, I want to turn up tonight. Like, and I didn't want to be on no gangster stuff.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the crazy street song vibe. I knew it was gonna be a lot of ladies in there.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you had DJ
Baby Dre,
yep, and then you, and I knew how big a kind of role. Like,
yeah, we always the ladies always are in attendance for sure.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something for the ladies. I'm gonna do something different. So
yeah,
that's what I wanted to do. If hopefully everybody liked it, but if not, I just wanted to throw a change up in there because I knew it was going to be.
Absolutely. And you're doing the right thing because, whatever city you're from, you can touch that city at any time because you live there.
Yeah.
As an independent artist, you got to spread out and hit other cities. That's how you're going to build a fan base. Like, social media is cool, but as you and I know, our social media can be taken from us, right? But not only that, like, that's kind of superficial. They only see what you want them to see on social media, right?
Right.
They can't actually, like, they can talk to you maybe through a DM or something, but it's superficial. You actually being there in the building and they can shake your hand and dap you up and maybe have a quick conversation with you. That's where you build your most organic fan bases in the streets.
Right. And that's really how we've been promoting ever since, I really started. Like I said, I ran Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, stuff like that. But for the most part, I get me, Callie, a couple other cats, my wife a lot of times, and we just hand out flyers.
Yeah.
And that's just how we really get busy. And I came down here back in October last year.
Okay.
For Freaknik.
Yeah.
And I mean, we beat down the block with flyers, flyers, posters. Shoot, even a couple months ago, we was hearing that some of our stuff was still up. So I was like,
and that type of marketing is absolutely still relevant.
Yeah.
Because there's been plenty of times that after the events, we'll go and hang posters downtown. And we'll get people doing videos and tagging us in a story because they seen our posters hanging up downtown. So, like, that's another thing that I see people doing that works is they'll get stickers made.
Yeah.
And they put them on the gas pump.
Yeah,
Because when you pumping gas, you there at least 2, 3, 4 minutes pumping gas. I'll see the stickers with the QR code on them. I always scan them because I'm curious to see where it's going to take me. So it's just a thought. I was in Columbus, Georgia, and I seen an artist that I know from out here, and he had his stickers at the gas station on all the pumps, and I was like, yo, that's dope marketing right there, because the stickers don't come off that easily. They're going to just stay on there. Throw your QR code to, like, your music or something on there, maybe put your name, you know what I'm saying? You can get a bunch of stickers pressed up for fairly cheap. So just a thought to throw out there, any type of innovative way you can get yourself out there, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, everybody can't go viral, so you got to get out there and touch people and reach the people.
Absolutely. So you said you was out here back in October for Freaknik. What was that experience like for you?
Man, that was crazy. I don't think it was like the original Freaknik, but it was pretty live.
Yeah.
But I was like really locked in on working and like handing out flyers,
networking and stuff. Facts.
I met B-High, Shawty.
Yep.
A couple other people, but like, yeah, I was just really just out here. I was getting to it. Like, I was locked in. Like, I didn't want to get nothing to eat. I didn't want to kick it. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to get
You
busy.
was in grind mode.
Yeah.
I got to fortunately experience the original Freaknik back in the 90s. I'm an OG, you guys. Me and my homegirl came out here for 2 years in a row. I was young. But it was so live, though. That's what made me fall in love with Atlanta Slick, because it was so dope out here. Like, people were really just in the streets, turning up, having a good time. There was no foolishness. Yeah. I was like, yo, I'm going to live in that city one day. You know what I'm saying? So I was just, like, so grateful that I got to me, that's a part of Atlanta history that I got to experience that. Like, I still got some of the photos, boy. Them things will never surface.
We shot I Got the Juice video. That's, like, footage of when I was.
Oh, that's hard. That's on your YouTube channel? Yep, tell everybody real quick what the YouTube channel is.
YouTube channel is Big D Rocktown Hustler. I almost at 4,000 subscribers, man. Y'all run me up. I got some good videos, great content. Check me out, man. I got some hot stuff on there.
So let's talk about your journey. You said it'll be 2 years in September.
Yep.
So you're still fairly new in the business, but it sounds like you know a lot about it. What's your journey been like, man? Like, keep it all the way G. You know, has it been an easy road, a bumpy road, somewhere in between? Like, talk to us.
You say keep it all the way G. I done lost hair behind this.
Yeah.
I done got gray hair behind this, like sleepless nights, early mornings.
A lot of those.
You know what I'm saying? Arguments, like, it's just crazy. Like, if you want something bad enough, you willing to go all the way for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want it bad. Like, I want to be able to change all my people's lives through what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't see the vision in them. They think what I'm doing is corny. They try to clown it. But, like, long as I see the vision, I don't really care what nobody thinks.
Of course not. And I'm so glad that you keep that attitude, because you're going to continue to experience that you know, and there's just some people who are not meant to come along your journey. It's no shade. It ain't nothing personal. Sometimes it's just business that you have to eliminate them out the way. You'll still be cordial with them, but that ain't someone you're going to talk to on the daily. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because not everybody's meant to be a part of your journey, bro. You know, you keep the ones close to you, the ones that love you, you know, your wife and other people that are going to support your movement. They may not always understand it.
Yep.
You know, having work-life balance is tough in this business because there's going to be a whole lot of late nights, like you said, and traveling and, you know, dealing with some people that you may not want to deal with. What's keeping you motivated?
My kids.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever want them to, not saying I don't want them to work, but I don't want them to have to go through being broke, not being able to be stable financially,
right?
Not being able to, you know, eventually have money for their kids so they'll live, you know, they can live their life. So
absolutely. You want to set them up.
Yeah, I want to set them up for life.
Most definitely. Man, that's beautiful right there. So how many songs have you released? Is that hard to say? Has it been a lot?
Man, I got live mixtapes profile as well.
Okay.
Man, I got Sip on This Volume 1. That was my very first mixtape.
Okay.
I did with a cat named Solo back in my city.
Okay.
Then we hit them with Rocktown Hustler Volume 1. We dropped that exclusively through live mixtapes and like a distro deal with Pish.
Yeah, shout out to Pish.
So I just got off that deal back in June. And then this year, I released Rocktown Hustler Volume 2.
Okay.
On live mixtapes as well. But you can't get that on all streaming platforms. On live mixtapes, my mixtape, Spinrilla, like the real mixtape apps.
Right, right.
But
was there a DJ that hosted that?
Oh, yeah. DJ New Era,
that's my dog, man. Shout out DJ New Era, bro. You really out here working.
DJ New Era hosted Sip on This Volume 1 and Rocktown Hustler Volume 1. Rocktown Hustler Volume 1, numbers-wise, is my best project, but Sip on This Volume 1, it was cold. Rocktown Hustler Volume 2 is cold, too. It was hosted by Traps and Trunks.
Shout out Traps and Trunks. They're my fam, too.
But right now, I'm in album mode. So I plan on dropping an album, I want to say in March of next year, because I usually drop some in March. But if I have to push it back, I will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want everything to be right for it.
Absolutely. Know? That's what you had to do. You can't rush the process. You have to trust the process.
Right.
And if that means sometimes pushing stuff back a little bit, then that's what it is. Because you want to build that anticipation up. Because as an independent artist, and this is just what it is, there ain't a million people out there waiting for you to release.
Right.
As an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? So to get the audience tuned in, tapped in, you have to do a lot of marketing beforehand.
Yep, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm dropping singles. Like right now, I might drop 1 or 2 more singles outside of the release that I got coming up on September the 9th. But all the songs that I'm releasing this year, like from this point on, they're going on the album.
Yeah.
And the album, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but the album 101. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, because you're putting your everything into it.
I think this will be like my best work. It's going to be pretty hard to top this one.
How many songs are going to be on it?
I'm aiming for 20.
Can I just throw my 2 cents in there real quick?
Yeah.
You should make that a 2-part project.
Like a deluxe?
Yes. Release 10 and then have a second edition of it and release the other 10.
That works too.
Yeah. That's because you got to think about people got a really short attention span.
Yep.
You don't want them to miss any of it because like number 15 could be the best song on there, but they might go through the first 4 and be like, yeah, this is cool. You know, people have and I don't care how dope it is. Just release it as 2 projects. Just throw my professional 2 cents in there.
That makes sense. I mean, I was going to do a deluxe to it, but I was like, well, I'm the type of person that don't like to wait. So sometimes,
I already know.
Get me in trouble.
I know.
Yeah.
We as humans like instant gratification.
Yeah,
and as an artist, when you got a lot of dope music, you want the world to hear it. So I would say just to keep it all the way G, release the first 10 as an album and then have like a deluxe version or a part 2, you know what I'm saying, however you want to call it, and wait, you know, maybe a couple months and then put that one out.
Yeah, but the promotion and stuff definitely got to be right.
Yeah, absolutely, most definitely, you know, and I just think that you'll see better traction that way.
Yeah.
Doing it that way. So y'all can stay in tune for that. Who are some of the producers you worked with?
Mainly Hustle Dream, my boy Cali. And I got a few songs from another producer, but those are the songs I'm on the fence about putting it on the album. I mean, they're pretty tough. It's a young cat. I think he's from the UK.
Yeah.
Called Santana Beats.
That's dope that you're working with people outside the country. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, he was hitting me up hard. He was like, hey, man, we got to work. And I was like, all right, well, let me listen to something. He sent me the beat that I'm dropping on September 9th, Real Life. He used kind of like a Mo3 type vibe to it. So
dope.
That's on my page. It's pinned at Rocktown Hustler ENT. Check it out. It's a little snippet of the song on there, but it's pretty dope. We're gonna get a video to it and we're gonna get it up.
So the songs that you're on the fence about, what I would suggest is get a couple people that you know are gonna give you a super honest opinion, and sit down and have like a little listening session with them and have them say, yeah, this is the album. Nah, you might want to not put this on the album. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like we've said earlier, a lot of the ones that the artists don't like, everybody else loves. So sit down and, maybe bring 3, 4, 5 people in that you really trust their opinion and do like a little listening session, a private listening session.
I usually do send my, whenever I'm working on something, that's like part of my creative process. So I get a beat, vibe to it, write to it, get like the pre-mix done.
Yeah.
And then I send that file to like people I know, what I'm saying, gonna keep it real.
Absolutely. That you're doing it the right way. It sounds like you have everything in order because you understand the process.
Yeah. I don't just get something, put it together, and just throw it out there because I like it, because I know that can backfire.
Right. With anybody, I don't care what level they're at. I'm not going to say who, but I just watched a brand new video that was released that had 3 very relevant celebrity artists. And to me, it was so mediocre. I was disappointed because these are 3 people that I expect great work from. And I was like, maybe they should have not released that one. But who am I to say that? You know what I'm saying? Because I might not like it, but there could be 10 million other people who love it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a bittersweet. We can't please everybody, nor should we try.
Right. And depending on who you are, you can just put anything out anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's going to be somebody who loves it. But even at an independent level, when you put stuff out, there's going to be people who's going to resonate with it.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes what I do. I don't care. Not everybody likes what you do. You don't care. We keep doing it because this is our passion.
Right.
So let me ask you this. Music is your passion. What's your purpose?
My purpose, I told my wife, my purpose here is to make other people's lives better.
Yeah.
That's what I truly believe, because like everybody depends on me for something.
Yeah.
Whether it's my parents, kids, other family, like people depend on me for stuff. So, and they be looking for me to follow through with it. So
yeah,
that's what I think my purpose is.
I think you got a really humble spirit, bro. Like you have a likable personality, and that is so major key in business, especially in this music business. Because I meet a lot of arrogant people. They're arrogant for no reason. You got a very humble spirit. People are they're gonna be attracted to you just off of that. Even before they hear the music, and be like, man, bro, it's cool, man. He got a great energy, great spirit. So keep doing that. And
it's not a Lil Rock artist that I hadn't reached out to.
Yeah.
Not saying that I'm gonna be the savior to pull though and put a Lil Rock on the map, but like I just be out networking. You're like, hey, you want to work? You serious about this? Let's do something.
Absolutely. Because everybody that you work with, it has to make sense.
Yep.
And what I mean by that is you out here working. You got good music. You're working. You're marketing your music. You're investing in your music. You're doing all the right things. You're shooting music videos. If you bring another artist in, they better be able to match your fly. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because if they don't work with them.
Yep.
If they ain't willing to invest in, like if you all do a song together and they're not willing to invest and go half on a music video, do not work with that person. They ain't serious about their craft. You shouldn't have to carry all the weight if you guys are doing a song together. You know what I'm saying? So just make it make sense. Like, cause some of these artists out here, bro, they be lazy.
Yeah.
They live in this city and they don't come out and support.
They got the already made it mentality.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, they do. I run across a lot of them. That's why I just want to go ahead and quickly give you flowers, because you got great energy, bro. You got a humble spirit about yourself. You got a beautiful wife. You got somebody documented every move you're making. That's another key thing. If you don't document it, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
this is going to be one of the most important people in your life right here, the guy behind the lens, because he's going to document everything you do. And at some point in time, you're going to want to make a documentary about yourself.
Yep.
What he's capturing right now is going to be a part of your journey. Yep. It's going to tell your story. I love documentaries.
I do too. I love that Kanye that was out there. I done watched it like 2-3 times.
Did you see the Master P one?
Yep, saw that one too.
You know, my favorite one that I ever watched, I don't know if you've seen it, was The Art of Organized Noise. Did you see that one with the Dungeon Family?
Nope, I haven't seen that one.
I don't know where it's at now. It was, I think, on Netflix back in the day, but you know, I'm such a Organized Noise Dungeon Family fan, you know, because I'm from the South. If you ever get a chance, check it out.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
for sure.
Most definitely.
And I like watching interviews and stuff like that, just to pick their brains and get new innovative ideas on how to, you know, market my stuff.
Absolutely. And you're doing a great job, bro. Like, you know, pat yourself on the back. You're definitely doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
So let's talk about the movement, man. I know you said earlier on that, you know, at some point in time, you know, you would like to put other artists in a position. Man, that's so humble, because some of these people out here, not even artists, just anybody who's in a higher position, don't want to help people because they don't want to see anybody climb up the ladder before them or do better than them. Right. So for you to want to do that, man, that's a humble thing. Talk to us about that. I'm
actually the opposite. Like, please come get this rapper workload out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like if I had the one artist to put money behind, which I tried to do and it didn't work, I would be all in on it, because I want to be behind the scenes. I want to push you. I didn't really want to be the rapper, the artist.
Understood.
But if I don't do it and get this thing off the ground, it won't get done.
Understood. Absolutely.
And the way to get my attention is by working with me and showing me how hungry you are.
Yeah.
What you're willing to sacrifice and to push your stuff. Like, if I see you lazy, I got to blow you up all the time, just do this and that, then I never look for you to do anything. And that's why I don't, you know, really be messing with anybody right now. I've done a lot of features like early on, but I've been like almost a no feature type guy.
Understood.
Unless I get a hook from a boy, but
yeah. But you know he gonna be solid with it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying earlier. You have to be mindful of who you work with, because not everyone's gonna match your energy.
That was him on the hook last night.
Okay. What does he not do?
He got a studio at the house too. Like.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, listen, let's talk about that. Do you have a creative space in your house?
Not really. But if anything, I'll say the shower.
Okay. Hey, that's a creative space. If that's what works for you. I think it's important. We all have to have a place in our house where we can have time to ourselves, think about what we want to do, get in creative mode. And if this is a shower for you, then that's what it is.
I come up with some of the dopest ideas in the strangest places.
Driving,
in the shower, under stress. Like, some people can't think when they're under stress, but I think great when I'm under stress for some reason.
Me too, because I get anxiety.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be crazy. Like, and then I go to the car, I cut a beat on and just be in there writing to it, practicing the cadence and the verses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, he'll tell you, Hustle Dream will tell you, man, I did not know how to rap. Like, I was in there one barring songs out.
Yeah.
One bar for bar. Like, it drove me crazy, so I know it drove him crazy.
It's a process, though. it's like with anything else new that we do, you have to practice at it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody's born with the gift of being the best rapper in the world. You have to work at your craft. And, you know, I ask artists a lot. If I go back and listen to your first songs, what am I going to hear? And they all be like, man, it was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, yeah, you know, but it's like anything we do. I go back and listen to some of my first interviews from 12 years ago, and I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about just practicing and leveling up. So with that being said, since you first started doing music till now, what would you say you improved it on the most?
Flow and versatility. Like, I try not to ever make more than 2 of the same songs on the project.
Yeah.
Like, I got to have something for the ladies. I got to have the heartfelt stuff, the real life stuff.
Yeah.
I put some trap stuff on there. Then have a club banger or 2.
Yeah.
You know, like, I try to mix it up.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to let people know that you're a well-rounded artist, because that makes you more marketable. You be like, okay, they might not like the strip club record, but they're going to feel this pain record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have a little something for everybody, and it sounds like that's exactly what you're doing.
And Instagram, give me my account back. You know what I
Come
mean?
on, IG. What's the owner of IG's name? I don't even know. Holla at your boy.
Don't let me get Boosie on the phone so y'all.
Bro, he don't had his account taken like 50 times. I don't know what's going. But you know, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't like that you was gaining a lot of traction real quickly.
You approved the ad, so give me my account back. I mean, what we doing here? Like, you approved the ad. Give my account back.
Instagram be tripping like that though, because a lot of stuff they do is slick like robotic. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many users on Instagram that they can't personally have a staff big enough to man and pay attention to every count. So a lot of that stuff is robotic. I'll give you a quick example. I had commented on someone's post, right? And you know, we use the word shoot, like shoot, go ahead and do this, shoot, go ahead and do, not like we shooting somebody, but we just say, hey, shoot, I said that on someone's post. I was like, shoot, because someone was talking about if they won the Mega Millions, and I said, shoot, if you do that, let me borrow $1. Just, do you know that they like took my comment down and I got like a little strike for that? I'm like, bro, I wasn't using it in a derogatory way of saying I'm gonna shoot somebody.
Right.
So that's why it lets me know it's just robotic. They look for certain words or certain things that we do, which is crazy. I'm like, how y'all gonna take this man's account? Y'all give it back.
I put GTFOH and they flagged that immediately.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. You know, like there was a viral video that was going around recently of some people had like 1 million roaches in their house.
Yeah.
And I said, dang, their house needs to be bombed. You know, they flagged that. I'm like, I didn't mean it like come literally put a roach bomb in there. So it's like, it's just crazy.
This is madness. Like,
they hating on us.
They done held up my whole weekend because they got my stuff disabled. I can't sling flyers or nothing.
That's so frustrating. But, you know, like you said, you know, you print up the hard copies because, you know, that guerrilla type marketing is not dead.
Yeah.
Hand-to-hand distribution.
It works.
Yeah, most definitely. It definitely does. You know, and people remember that type of stuff. You know, that's why at the events I tell everybody, come on up. You know, if you're an artist and you're performing, you should be out there networking, because if they make your acquaintance before you hit that stage, you got a better chance of them paying attention when you're on stage.
Yep.
Because they don't know you. So they were like, oh, man, bro, he was cool. He came up and introduced himself. We chopped it up. Let me see what he talking about when he get on that stage.
Right.
That's what you got to do, man. What are some of your future plans? You know, we a little over midway through 2022. What can we catch from you? I know you got a single you about to release.
Got a single coming out September 9th, titled Real Life, featuring one of my partners from Little Rock, Dub Dada.
Okay.
And he's one of those people, he's the only one outside of Cali that like invested on going on the single, like putting money on art, putting money on videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the song is dope. Like, produced by my boy Santana Beats. We're gonna get the video going. Gonna have Hustle Dream come down to the Little Rock, to the trenches.
If he's not out here doing something for me, I'm just saying. We got to share him now.
Hey, whatever works, man. I told him, work is work.
No,
you got to do something that's bigger than your.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
But on another note, like, if he got something bigger than what I have to have him for, I'm like, hey, handle that first, then get back with me.
No, I understand. That's why I don't have a lot of videographers I work with now, because they've moved on to doing movies and stuff now.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I gotta figure out how to do it myself.
Can't go wrong figuring it out yourself.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, like, because I understand, and that's beautiful. I love seeing people elevate and being busy all the time, especially if this is something you do full time.
Yep.
This is how you eat and pay the bills, right? You know, so it's like you got to stay constantly working.
Never do any work for free either.
Man, what I say about that, free is too expensive. People do not value what they don't invest in.
Facts.
If I did not charge for my interviews, first of all, I got to pay rent for this space.
You have a line around Snellville.
Well, that's the thing, is a lot of them wouldn't show up because they didn't invest in it.
Yeah.
I noticed that the artists that pay for interviews, they're always here. Every now and again, they might have to reschedule. But there's a couple, like I had somebody recently, I ain't going to say his name, but somebody I've been knowing for a long time. We've done a lot of work together. He hit me up about an interview. I said, man, bro, come on through. The day of the interview, I ain't going to make it. I said, all right, well, we'll push it to next week. Next week comes, like 2 hours for the interview. I hit him up, just confirm. He said, oh, man, I can't. I said, you know what, bro?
Oh,
I said, I'm never going to schedule you again. It's because people don't value your time.
Right.
when they don't invest in something. That's why I say free is too expensive, because them are 2 time slots that I could have gave to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely know your worth.
Anybody willing to invest, know that they're gonna go hard for what they're doing. So
period. Absolutely, bro. Anything besides music in the entertainment industry that interests you, like film?
Definitely.
You want to be an actor?
Well, I could act, I guess. Sometimes I have a personality for it. Sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? But like, I definitely want to get some movies popping.
Yeah.
I want to get some merchandise, some clothes popping off.
Yeah.
Just anything that I could put under my Rocktown Hustler ENT label and umbrella, I want to get to it. Like anything pertaining to entertainment. Other, I might do a strip club. You might do something like that. But like, yeah, anything.
Are you cool with that, wifey? She over there like, I don't know about all that.
Anything entertainment wise, I'm open for it. Like if it makes sense, I'm down for it.
Understood. Absolutely. And that's the thing. When you're an entrepreneur, your mind is constantly thinking of new and different things you can do.
Yes.
We have to have multiple hustles. We can't just do one thing.
You got to, because you never know. This can pay the bills for this month, but this slowing down over here. So let me move my attention to here and then come back to this.
Everything has seasons. And I know our guy over here understands that, because there's certain times, in the video world, summertime is probably like super thriving.
Yeah.
Wintertime might slow down a little bit. It's cold outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything has seasons.
Right.
So as you said, okay, this one's thriving in the summertime. What hustle can I put out there that's going to thrive in the wintertime that's going to hold me down?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So most definitely. Anything else you got in the works so you can let everybody know about before we tell them your social media and everything?
Right now, like I say, I'm just working on the album, working on some visuals for the album, like songs on there. I just be dropping periodically. Subscribe to Big D Rocktown Hustler so you can be informed. Hit the notification bell. Go check out all my videos, because you're going to miss out. Like, I got a lot of dope stuff on there. Like, I try not to drop anything that's not good.
Yeah.
So, check me out, and, we'll see what happens with the album next year. I want to put it out sometime next year, so we're going to see.
For all the people that are really supporting you, you got 2 of your main supporters here right now. And anybody that may catch this later, take a look at this one right here. Look at them, and what do you want to say to them?
Shout out to all my supporters. I know who you are. You know who you are. Grandma Connie, my baby Ariel, as my daughter. My wife Vanessa, Hustle Dream. Shout out to DJ New Era. Every record you done broke for me, I appreciate it. Club, radio, don't matter. DJ K-Dev, appreciate everything you've done. Traps and Trunks, shout out. Brink TV, like, yeah.
It's hard to remember everybody.
Yeah, Brink TV. I appreciate, being blessed to, be able to meet you.
Of course. It was a pleasure.
I've heard a lot of good things about you. I checked in on you before I even locked in with
I appreciate that.
New Era vouch for you.
That's my dog, man.
And that's pretty much it. Like, and my family, my wife.
Yeah. It's beautiful
my
that
daughter.
Shout out to
Grandma
Vanessa. Let me tell you something. I want to give her some kudos right now. This is not an easy business, and this business will make or break a lot of relationships, because you have to have an understanding significant other. Right. And for her to be here with you right now, that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Also, shout out to my other cameraman in Little Rock, EJ the artist. That's my partner. We've been cool since high school.
Yeah.
Any footage that Hustle Dream not able to get, he always come through for me. And my partner CK, this dude traveled on his own dime to Tampa to watch me get married.
You got married in Tampa?
I got on St. Peter's Beach. St. Pete.
That's
Beach.
my hometown. You know what I'm saying?
Love it down there.
St. Pete Beach is so beautiful. Wow. When did you guys get married?
March 2015.
Wow.
So,
I was already up here by then, but I grew up, literally. I spent the first 38 years of my life in Tampa and surrounding areas.
Oh, I love it down there from St. Pete Beach to Clearwater. Like,
Yeah, I graduated from Clearwater High School.
okay.
Long time ago. Super OG. Um, super. I graduated 92. I ain't afraid to tell y'all. I'm a super OG. Being in this business keeps me young, though. And I had my son as a teenager. That kept me young as well.
Yeah, you can't tell, you know.
I appreciate that.
Look good.
Thank you. I'm really, really working hard to hold it together.
Atlanta rubbing off on you around here.
It is. Most definitely. No, that's beautiful. You guys got married in my hometown area. I'm loving it.
Went up there to we ate at Spinner's. We
Oh,
was all
yeah.
at the top of the little thing.
Yeah,
And it was spinning around.
that's so dope.
I didn't want nothing to eat. I was dizzy.
Yeah. I know. I don't do good with that type of motion either. I don't do well with it.
It was crazy.
That's so dope. You know, again, we talked about the Instagram situation, but where can they currently keep up with you?
Right now, you can still hit me up. Well, follow me on TikTok and Twitter at Big D RTH, not ARTH, RTH.
Yeah.
I heard people like Big Darth and all that. No, it's Big D RTH.
Darth Vader.
I put the RTH in there so, you know, I can separate myself from the other millions of Big Ds out there.
Nah, for real.
And Big D Rocktown Hustle to YouTube, that's the most important to me because, you know, I'm locked in with them secure. I hadn't ever had a threat of having my account taken with them. But if you want to follow me on Instagram for now until Big D RTH comes back available, you can get me on my label page, Rocktown Hustler ENT. That's Rocktown Hustler ENT.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a website?
I had a website, but I had some technical difficulties. I'm working on it right now.
I was going to say that would be in your very next move. Get your website put together. That way you can just send everybody there. That way if your Instagram gets hacked,
Right.
your Twitter gets taken down, whatever, God forbid something happened to the YouTube, you have your own home domain that people can't take away from you.
RocktownHustler.com. It'll be back up.
On the way, y'all. We putting it out there. We throwing it out there to the universe.
It's probably still on my YouTube tab, like when you're trying to reach me, but it'll be back up.
Yeah, that's what I do. For every brand I have a website just because you never know what could happen to your social media pages.
Yeah, this was definitely unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, I definitely hope that you can get it back. Last but not least, we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Big shout out to Rocktown's own Big D checking in.
501.
You dig? I got to know though, and you gotta let the whole world know what makes you the industry's most wanted.
I think a lot of people are just like some people that look at me, they be like, well, why is he rapping or what he got to talk about? Because they don't really know me.
Yeah.
Because prior to me rapping, I hadn't been in the streets a long time. I hadn't been in the streets in like 2009, 2010. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, I've been like doing dental assistant work, doing like odd jobs. So
yeah,
they don't really know about 90% of the stuff I rap about because people that are in relationships with me now know me now. They don't know that the real, you know what I'm saying? They just know the change man.
Yeah.
So when I get to talking about, you know, all the other stuff, they be like, oh, you know, it'd be a little doubt or hate. But don't always judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely correct.
You don't really know what somebody's been through, you know what I'm saying, to judge them if you hadn't known them their whole life. So
yeah.
A lot of people envy and be jealous over stuff that I do, but I don't let it affect me. You know what I'm saying? I still show them love and I just keep it moving.
Period. And that's why God will continue to allow you to win, and he's going to continue to bless you. That's one thing that we learn about life. I think I know you're much younger than I am, but as we get older and more seasoned in life, we learn to appreciate everything so much more, especially if you lose people close to you.
Yeah.
You, like you said, you never know what someone's going through. They could have just lost their best friend or their family member or their job, and that's why they stressed out. So we can't be so quick to judge why people act a certain way. Now, if they do it all the time, then we know, okay, they just a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? But you're absolutely right. So that's what makes you the industry's most wanted.
And all you rappers out here, like, I'm able to articulate an interview because, you know, I take care of myself. Yeah, I done had, you know, a little educational experience. So going to school is not a bad idea.
No, absolutely.
Don't ever let, like, kids out there, don't let anybody tell you that going to school is corny and, you know, you got to have ops, you got to spin the block, you got to do all this just to be relevant. You can still be relevant by being somebody educated. Because when you're educated, you're going to always be an asset to the community. Remember that.
And it makes you a lot more marketable.
Yep.
Period. It's great like that. Give me some love. Boom. I appreciate you being here. We up out of here, y'all. Of course. It was a pleasure.